Hi, my name is Chinedu. Welcome to my channel. So today I will be sharing with you something that I have found to be very important. It's a topic in the advertisement industry that it's very rampant, and that's why your ads don't work, plus why it's costing you an arm and a leg, and how you can be able to fix that. Enjoy.
So the truth of the matter is that at every given period of time when you're trying to run an advertisement, it's important to understand that whenever you're running an advertisement, the audience you're targeting along with your ad are seeing dozens, hundreds, or even thousands of advertisements simultaneously. So just as you're trying to advertise or show your message or put your offer in front of a customer, there are literally thousands of other businesses trying to do the exact same thing, right? And you are all paying money to these platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all at the same time, right? So how does YouTube, how does Google, right, and Facebook pick which ad to show more of and what ad to show less of? So let's get down to that. So here's a simple breakdown of how Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube decide what they're going to show, what ads they're going to show. So in this case, we're going to use the scenario of two advertisers, because I found that telling a story in this case would actually help in the comprehension. So there's advertiser A and there's advertiser B. So advertiser A decides to show an ad to 100 people. So advertiser put in money, paid Facebook. Let's use Facebook for instance right now. So advertiser A pays Facebook money, right, to show an ad to 100 persons. So advertiser B shows an advertisement to the same 100 people, right? So advertiser A now has only two persons out of 100 persons click through. So they have 2% click through rate, right? 2 persons out of 100. So out of every 100 persons, there are 2 people click. So but advertiser B now has 5 people click on his ad out of 100. So he has 5% click through rate, right? So let's assume this could be less, this could be more. It's lesser if you know what you're doing and you know how to manage this advertisement, the entire advertisement. And I'll get into that later on, right? And it could be more if you're horrible at this. So the lesser it is, the better you are. The more it is, the more horrible you are, right? Facebook is both charging them, right, $1 for every click they have in their advertisement. So big question, who makes Facebook more money? So obviously, right, is advertiser B, because advertiser A makes Facebook $2, right? But advertiser B makes Facebook $5, right? So let's move on. So let's put this in context, right? Let's put this in context. So for instance, right, I am a gamer, so let me use gaming industry for instance, right? So say an advertiser wanted to show ad to 100 persons, right? So now we all know that the gaming industry is predominantly populated by males, right? But let's say these two advertisers, right, advertiser A and advertiser B, are advertising for a new gaming console that came out, or a particular game entirely that came out, right? So advertiser A puts in, so advertiser A is advertising to both female and male, right? And advertiser B is predominantly advertising to male. So which of these two do you think is bound to get more results? If you guessed advertiser B, you're correct, right? Advertiser A has male to it, but it also has female. Now this becomes a zone to it, and given that they're showing an ad to 100 persons, by the time it's spread through 100 persons, right, advertiser A has lesser persons click through their ad, right, because most females are not really interested in video games, but males now, most females are not interested in video games, and not even all males are interested in video games, so the list even gets smaller. And then when it comes to this, yes, not all male are interested in video games, but some are, a higher population of them are, so he has a higher chance of actually winning if he were to target only males. So this is just the dumbed down version of how the entire thing works, to make you really understand the entire process. So let's proceed. So, right, but let's go through this again so you understand exactly what the point is and how this makes sense for you if you actually configure your advertisement to be very effective. So still in the same thing, right, advertiser A shows an ad to 100 persons, advertiser B shows an ad to 100 persons, right? Then advertiser A gets a click-through rate of 2%, only 2 persons clicked. Same thing, advertiser B, 5% clicked, is higher than that. Then here's what happens. This is where the trick is, right? Advertiser A still has their cost per click as $1, right? Advertiser B then gets incentivized by Facebook by slashing the cost. So instead of paying $1 like advertiser A, they're paying 50 cents. So now why would Facebook do that? It's very simple. Because the essence is to incentivize you. They charge you less. Now by charging you less, you have a tendency to spend more, right? Because you're being incentivized, and then when you spend more, you actually make Facebook more money, and you also get more results. So it's a win-win for everybody. Now we've ascertained the cost per click, right? But this is where it really gets spicy, right? So now advertiser A, Facebook still makes only $2 from them, right? But then advertiser B, despite its price being slashed, right, still makes Facebook more money than advertiser A. So advertiser B is a better investment, and then advertiser B's ad gets shown more often. So Facebook shows advertiser B's ads more often. That's one. They incentivize advertiser B by slashing their price. That's two. Then on the advertiser's end, he's like, okay, Facebook shows more people my ad. Facebook has even slashed my price. What the hell? I might as well just pour in more money and get more results. And in doing so, they make Facebook more money and also get more results for them, right? So it's really important, right, to understand exactly what makes for a good advertisement, right? Because now we've established, right, that it's important to actually have a good ad. So what makes for a good advertisement that is likely to get shown? So first thing to look at, right, is your targeting. Who are you trying to talk to? Now the analogy that we made earlier about video games, we ascertained that the persons you want to talk to, let's still use that video game instance so you understand exactly what I'm getting at. For instance, right, I know that predominantly who I want to target are males. Wonderful. Now I'll also go in further and be like, okay, what age am I looking at? Somebody who, by the time you get to a place of 60, chances are you're not much of a gamer anymore. So I want to bring down my age range, right, to perhaps around 40, 45. And then I might start from the age of 18, because even at the age of 18, people already game freaks. They even start younger than that. So I'm giving that Facebook only allows you, right, to advertise from the age of 18, age of maturity. You can actually start from 18 and run to 45. That's still targeting, right? Also, right, given that it's not all men that are likely to respond to it, not all men play games often, you can actually target groups. So you know that the they might be involved in groups that talk about gaming, so you can target game oriented groups. You can also target people who have liked or commented on pages that are game oriented. So there are plenty of things you can target, but it really boils down to your targeting, right? So your targeting is one of the most important factor to even consider whenever you're running any kind of ads, because the more targeted your advertisement is, the more you're speaking to the right set of persons and communicating to them in the right kind of message, right? So the second thing we want to look at, right, is your ad creative. So is it a video or an image? So basically what this is what's the thing that is going to do majority of the selling for you. If it's an image, it has to be an attention grabber. So when somebody is scrolling through social media, you want your image to be what stops them from scrolling, right? So it becomes an attention disruptor, right? Video, the same thing. It has to sustain a reader's attention for long enough to actually sell whatever it is you're selling in your advertisement. And then the third thing is your copy, your text, right? So say you're using an image, for instance. An image can only do one thing for you: stop the person who's scrolling on their tracks, right? But what sustains their attention is how enticing, how relatable, how persuasive, right, your copy is, which is the text that are attached to your advertisement. So it's very important that this is also good. And then the last but not least is the offer, right? So what exactly are you offering them? Are you offering them a discount? Are you offering them free shipping? Are you offering them a trial? Are you offering them a bundle of something? What are you offering? It's really important that you give a whole lot of thought as to what you're offering. You can't just put up an ad and say, okay, that this is the price of this, blah blah blah, and then that's it. You might get it for people who are really, really interested, or perhaps have even been searching for what you're offering, but chances are you won't get a whole lot of response. So for your advertisement to be actually very good, right, there has to be a good offer. Now the thing about this offer is you can actually do price slashes, right, or just or lower your price or any kind of thing, right? The idea is actually to get people down your funnel whenever you run an ad, right? So chances are you might not make a good profit on the front end, but when somebody actually clicks on your ad and goes down your funnel, there are multiple phases that you can still sell them on more of your product, right? Because when somebody is buying something regarding game, chances are you have more products that they need because they're already a gamer. So perhaps you might have like a charger for wireless pad, right? You might have might be selling anything whatsoever that is related to gaming industry, because you already know who you're selling to, but you needed to make them that first offer for them to come in. So that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something from it, and I hope you implement it. It's very important. There's no point if you don't do anything about this video, about what you just learned here, then it absolutely defeats the point of recording this video for you. So now that you know exactly how this works, how Facebook and YouTube, especially Facebook, right, decides whose ad to show more of and whose ad to show less of, you now know that it's important for you to actually get these four things really. You now know that it's important for you to actually get niche down on these four things. So when you can actually get your targeting right, whenever you're running an advertisement, and your ad creative is very good, and your copy is also okay, and your offer is also okay. Now here's the thing, you don't have to be a world class in any of this. You just have to be average. All it actually requires is being average. If you can get an average score in targeting, ad creative, copy, your copy, and then your offer, you're good to go. So I hope this helps. Implement it. If you like to see more of this sort of videos, be sure to subscribe, and let me know in the comment section if you appreciate this video, how you intend to implement it in your business, and what other kind of contents relating to advertisement and acquiring customers online you would like to see, and I'll be sure to respond and tailor my future contents around that.
So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the entire process. Let me know in the comment section if there's something I missed out you'd like to understand, and hit the subscribe button if you'd like to get more contents like this in the near future.